So I made a video yesterday about decluttering my shelves because there are a lot of books in these shelves, obviously. I wound up pulling out about 25 books to unhaul, and over the evening I thought about some more books that I want to unhaul, so I need to locate those somewhere in this mess. But I also have been thinking a lot about just the lack of space that I have and the sheer quantity of books that I am bringing into my space. And I talked a little bit about it in my last video, but I, as a general rule of thumb, will keep books if I'm going to reread them, or if I think that there's something that I will use for reference, or will be likely to give to someone else to read. If I give a book 4 stars or less, I don't keep it. I give it away, or I will sell it, or give it to the library, depending on like what is going on at any given time. But I don't keep books that I'm not going to re-engage with. Which means that the vast majority of things that are on these shelves are actually things that either I absolutely adore or I haven't touched because I don't know if I love them or not yet. Everything behind this stack, this whole run of books, are my absolute favorite books. It's anything from like Carry On, everything by V. Schwab, Holly Black, like Patrick Rothfuss, Shannon McGuire. All of those books are all of my favorite books, and they're all stacked behind these 2 stacks, or 3 stacks, as it were. And then the vast majority of things here I haven't read. I have read like this and this, and I have started this and a couple of other things in here, but most of the books that I have read that I keep are actually like behind me in a different area, like that way. This is a very small room. It's like in an alcove. You can kind of see the wall slanting. So my bookshelves are actually apple crates, and they are just stacked wherever the height is best because the roof is slanted. So it doesn't leave me with a lot of wiggle room. I can't bring big bookshelves in here. I don't have the capacity to bring another bookshelf in here. I'm limited right now to what I have. So I need to go through these books, is the long and short of it. I went through my digital collection this morning and discovered that, bear in mind, for the audiobooks, there are some of them that are split into 2 audiobooks because of the length. Crescent City is like 2 audiobooks because it's the like full cast voice edition or whatever they call those. But so I have 147 unread audiobooks, and I have 642 unread ebooks. And then I have these, all of these, so many of these. So I currently have a list of books that are coming out this year that I know that I want. There are 6 books on that list. And the challenge that I am posing for myself and for you, if you have a book buying problem, is to not purchase any more books than the 6 books that are on that list for the rest of the year, unless it's a sequel to something that I'm actively reading, or I have a list of a very short list of specific authors that if they come out with a brand new surprise release that I don't know is coming, I will buy that. For like posterity's sake and keeping my son accountable, those authors are Shannon McGuire, V.E. Schwab, Holly Black, and Ava Reed. If they come out with something new that I didn't know was coming out, I will buy those. And T. Kingfisher. Beyond that, there are 6 books that I know that are coming out, and they're coming out between now and like September. I don't need any more books. I don't. Not right now. This is a problem. It's cute. It's a cute problem, but it's a problem. Yeah. My intention here is that I'm going to start making reading vlogs and updates to keep myself on track and accountable. I have a reading journal that I update usually when I finish a book, but I am going to put in some more spreads for this challenge specifically, to engage a little bit more of the fun side of my brain, that likes collaging and stickers and things, and to fill out some more space in my reading journal, just about the challenge of not buying anything else and about choosing what else I'm going to read. So the first order of business for today is that I'm going to count and get an accurate count of all of the unread physical books that I have, because I bet that number is very scary. And then I can put it together with my numbers for my audiobooks and my ebooks. And then I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to make some choices about what is going on here, because also, all of this to say, like, not only do I have books in front of me over here and books behind me and around me on all sides, I have another room with more bookshelves. I keep exclusively graphic novels and manga there, but I have another 300 books in that room, on top of all the books that you see here. So I haven't even gone through those to unhaul those, because I don't go into that room as often as I do this one. So this one is much more chaotic. That room is a little bit more organized, and I don't buy as much manga as I buy regular books. So it's slightly more self-contained. But yeah, if you would like to go on a reading journey where we occasionally look at a reading journal and hold ourselves accountable for actually reading the things that we buy, welcome. That's where I'll be, right here doing this. That went better than I anticipated. So I have 317 physical books that I have not read. I was expecting the number to be like double that, but I just realized I forgot to scan these. Hold on. Okay, new updated count now that I remember to scan these books. I am at 333 physical books that I haven't read, that I own, which brings the grand total between audio, ebook, and physical to over 1,100 books that I own and have not read. So there are a handful of duplicates between those where I have a book digitally and I have it physically, and they're counted in both libraries, but it's maybe like 5 or 6 books. So it doesn't do much of a dent in the grand scheme of things for me. I don't know where to start. I have a couple of books that I'm in the middle of right now, and I'm going to try and power through those faster than I normally try and power through things. And we are going to make some new pages in my reading journal to try and inspire me to pick up these books more. Touching all of them to scan them was very helpful, because it reminded me of things that I didn't remember that I had that I do want to read. So in that regard, it was helpful, but it's very daunting. And I want to be able to organize these better. So I did unhaul another like 35 books as I was going and scanning. I got to the very last shelf of things to scan, and I just kind of went nope and took the entire shelf and was just like, I don't feel like reading any of these things. I also didn't feel like scanning them, but they genuinely were like contemporary romance that I don't usually gravitate towards. Like, I'll read the occasional contemporary romance, but and some of it was historical romance, which I don't really do at all. I don't know how I wound up with those books. I don't even remember buying them, so they might have been given to me. But regardless, They are no longer in my collection. They are in the trunk of my car. So they will be going to be resold in the very near future. And yeah, we have our work cut out for us. So I will come back with a better game plan and my notebook once I get everything settled. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I just made this page for my April reading tracker in my reading journal. And there it is, reading journal tracker. I'll have the books listed. My goal is to read 12 books in April. So I've got enough space for that there. And then I'll draw like the bar of, oh, it took me 3 days to read it, and like a bar of 3 days, and then write the title once that actually gets going. I didn't actually do this setup for the other months this year yet. I just got lazy and I wasn't really reading a lot, so I didn't make monthly pages. But the other thing I did was make a book buying ban page specifically for this with goals. So no new books except sequels. Canceled my Kindle Unlimited because we're going to be reading books that we already own. And authorized author exceptions. So V.E. Schwab, Holly Black, Seanan McGuire, Ava Reed, and T. Kingfisher. Which I know I had mentioned that I have like 6 books that are planning to come out that I know about, that I'm excited for. One of those is a sequel. Oh no, 2 of those are sequels. 3 of those are sequels. And one of them is by V.E. Schwab anyway. And I actually got ARCs for the latest Ava Reed and Kingfisher books, so I don't need to buy them. So my goal is to read 50 books off my physical TBR, 20 books off my audio TBR, and 30 books off my ebook TBR, so that I can still like be a little well-rounded in what I'm reading, but get these down. So a grand total of 100 books by the end of the year. So that is the plan. I hope that this works. I will be doing weekly-ish, maybe shorter than that, reading logs as I kill books and get them off of my TBR, and periodic unhauls, I'm sure. So we will see how this goes. And in the meantime, here are all of the Funko Pops that I own on shelves that are falling apart. But not even close to all of the Funkos that I own. I have just as much of a Funko problem as I do a book buying problem. All of that tangent to say, I will be back soon. I'm going to continue reading this book that I bought not that long ago, and I'm halfway through. So this is my next read, Vengeful Gods by Elliot Rose. And I have mixed feelings about it, which is why I paused. I put it on hold for like 2 weeks, but we're gonna finish it and either keep it or add it to the next unhaul pile. So that's the plan, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed hanging out, and go read something.